Probably just give you a definition, a little breakdown of a circle, right? Now, it is a straight, but it's a circle, right? Imagine this is a pizza. In a circle, it's a pizza. The middle of the pizza, from the arc, as a matter of fact, the end of any circle is called the arc. Okay? From arc to the center of the circle or the pizza is the radius. Make sense? So every part of the arc to the center of the circle is a radius, called the R. Come straight down to the next other end of the arc is diameter. So the entire bit is diameter. So which means the radius is half of a diameter. So far so good? Okay. What's important to hear is the sector. So this piece of the pie, or a piece of the, what you call the pizza, this piece here is called a sector. Every piece of a pie is a sector, all right? So this is a sector, it's a piece out of it. And if you draw a line from each end of the arc to the next part of the arc in the same sector, it's called now the segment. So make note of that. I'm going to give you parts of it. So now this part in black is called a segment. You follow me? Let me write it. It's a segment. So the segment is this part. So imagine this is like a crust. This is the crust of the pizza. The little crust of the pizza is a segment. So note now we have two parts of a sector. This is the sector. Alright? There's two parts of a sector. Remember I said this now becomes a triangle. There's a triangle here that's formed in the sector. And also the segment or the crust of the pizza is also part of the sector. So there's two parts, right? The triangle, that's not the right angle triangle. And then you have now the segment that's formed part of the sector. So far so good? Yes? I want to start with, are you not talking to me? Yeah. Right, I want to hear your voice, man. Some of y'all know you're still there. Right. So don't forget that. So the sector is important to understand. Let me try it again. The sector. So this also is a sector. This also is a sector. Any piece of the pie is a sector. So the arc is the crust of the pizza. That's a crust. You call it arc. Alright? A-R-C. Arc. And again, any line formed from the arc to the other end of the arc is called a segment. So this is segment. And a triangle is formed. Alright? So anywhere you go, the same thing. Doesn't matter where you go, the triangle is formed and a segment is formed as part of a sector. So far so good? Okay. So what's important here now is to find out how you find the segment, how you find the sector, how you find the triangle, how you find the circumference, how you find the perimeter, how you find the arc. Everything is formed here. So the formula, know the formula as well. The formula to find the area of a circle is what? Is pi r square. You see that, right? You can see? Yeah. Right. And pi is usually given in two numbers as a decimal, 3.142, that's pi as a decimal, or 22/7 as a fraction. It never change. Alright? That's pi. And note again, the r is the radius. Again, the radius is part of the arc, come down to the center of the circle, that's the radius. Okay? Any arc, any one, that's also radius. Anywhere you go, is a radius. But the entire one is diameter. Alright? So the area of the circle is pi r square. Okay? Now the circumference is 2 pi r. Okay? Or what we call pi times diameter, pi d. Why pi d? Because 2 times r is diameter. Make sense? Yeah. Good. 2 times the radius is diameter. That's what it means. twice the radius is diameter. So instead of using pi r, 2 pi r, you can also use pi times d, or pi times diameter. So far so good. KZN, you follow me? KZN, you follow me?
Yes, sir.
You're sure? Okay. Now note this though. We have now, that's the area, that's the circumference. Now the area of a sector. Area is always given r square. Alright? Area is always r square. So the area of a sector, okay, is pi r square times piece of the angle of the circle over 360. Okay? The whole entire circle is always 360 degrees. Alright? That's the formula to find area of a sector. Alright? Good so far? Pi r square times the angle. The angle. Now let's say the angle. Not the angle. If you're using this part of the sector, let's say you're using this sector here. This sector here. An angle always formed. That's the angle. Okay? If you're using this part of the sector here, or piece of the pie here, an angle always formed. Make sense? Okay. So that's angle. Every angle. So the area of a sector, any sector you're asking for, is the pi times the radius square times the angle that's formed over 360. Okay, that's the area of a sector. If you go down now to the length of an arc, let's go to the length of an arc. Let's go to the length of an arc. The length of the arc is the same as the formula for the circumference, alright? Which is 2 times the pi times the radius times the angle over the same 360. Note the difference is here is the same thing here for the circumference is 2 pi r or pi d. But now a portion of the sector is added, meaning a piece of the pi is a piece or portion of the pi with the angle over the total angle, which is 360. That make sense? Okay, and that's the length of an arc. It means the length of this, that's the arc here. This arc. This arc of this sector. This is the arc of that sector. This sector here, that's the arc. So to find the length of this piece here, the length of this, okay, is the 2 times the pi times the radius, okay, times the angle over 360. So the length of this arc here, the length of this. You see what we're talking about here? The length of this arc here is 2 times the pi times the radius times the angle that's formed over 360. So everything is formula. Everything is a formula. Alright? You follow me, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, another thing is important here as well. So we finished with the area of the circle, the circumference, the sector, and so we got the segment now, which I'll go into in a while. The area of a triangle, that's not a right angle triangle, like this. This here, again, note that if you're talking about this segment here, sector here, you go across, this will become your segment, alright? And then a triangle here is formed. That's a triangle, okay? So the area of this triangle, that's not a right angle triangle, okay? The area of that, your first one is a formula that S is equals to A plus B plus C over 2, where S is equals to the square root of S into S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C. Alright? Now it's a formula. Don't be stressed about it. It's only a formula. In CxC, they'll give you that formula to use in the book, so don't have to try to memorize it. If you can, it's better for you to memorize it. Alright? So note this. S is A. Now the A comes from every part of this triangle here. I can use this triangle here. Look at the triangle here. Alright? Any part is just a letter. A, B, and C. And each have a length. Okay? The length here can be 3 centimeters. That can be 4 centimeters. Or this can be 5 centimeters. Alright? A, B, and C. Okay? So when you ask for the area of this triangle, is a formula that says S is equals to A, add them, A plus B plus C over 2. So let's go. If you got 3, so me tell me the chalk finishing because you're only cold. So 3 plus 4 plus 5 over 2. Alright, so far so good? So far so good, right? Y'all see that? Y'all can see? You're not talk to me. Hello? May I take a picture on board? Y'all take a snap on 10 minutes and a picture on the board. Y'all take notes. I'm not going to take no picture on the board. I'm going to joke. Y'all give me work for you. I'm here teaching y'all give me work to do. Y'all take your picture with yourselves. I take notes. How can people do that? Understand? Eh?
Because it says what I don't know. It's going foggy and going back clear and going back foggy and going back clear. So.
But I can't take the picture either. Okay, so there's a video, so it's okay, I'll send a video eventually, right? No problem. So I'll send a video, but try to take notes. Okay, so let me erase part of the board so you can make a little space, okay? I'll take out part of the board, make sense.
Mr. West, can you go over after S equal A plus B plus C over 2?
Right, that's area of a triangle that is a right angle triangle. And always denote by the sign, right angle sign. So it's half base times height. We all know that, right? We all know that. That's area of a triangle, that's a right angle triangle. But the next one, that's not a right angle triangle. There's a right angle there. It's a right angle, it's a right angle. Alright? It is actually S equals A plus B plus C over 2. Alright? Where S is equal to the square root of S bracket S minus